Okay, I'll just do a real quick video of this tub. Regardless if you end up wanting it or somebody else, is not a big deal. It's the best way to list them anyway. There are a couple things that I noticed on it as I said this, and I kind of did this one as like a grade A+ at first, but after looking at it, it's actually in really good shape. But it definitely has a couple things that I want you to be aware of, and for that reason, grade A+ would be around 850, and for that reason, I would go down to 750 on this one because it will require us to do a little bit more work on it if we were to sell it as a grade A+ on this particular one. But it's not rust issues or anything like that, and it's kind of acceptable that these happening, but nonetheless, I don't want you to be surprised when you get it. So just going over the firewall is all super clean. You see discoloration there. It's actually not even like a surface rust, it's just more of an oxidation from where bare metal has been exposed to the air, but that's all solid. There's no cancer in this tub. The floorboards are awesome. No rust or dirt on it, but that you can see wipes right off, and there's good paint. Actually, this tub is really shiny paint on it. So inside and out and all that is in good shape, and it's just a bare tub. I probably won't pull something like this, but most of the time that's gonna all be stripped. This will be stripped out of it and whatnot. If you need other parts, let me know. We can always put them inside of them. This is a lot cheaper to strip them. So these are one of the things that I noticed is these bolts here for your roll bar, that guy and that guy. They need to be either drilled out or extracted out. You can do them a couple ways. Not a huge deal than most people who have a good drill set, but again, it does take time. So therefore, like I said, I'm going to discount them for that reason. This one is good. This one's good. And those over there are fine. So that'll bolt right in there. And then outside wise, good shape. All that's real nice. Coming back here, there's a good paint chip here, which you're probably going to paint it. It's not a big deal. And then back here, I immediately noticed kind of like something brushed up against it. It could have even been the fence back here, but it definitely kind of gave it a good size, not necessarily a crease, but definitely a good gouge in it there. And I'll walk around the other side. The other side doesn't have this thing, but that's definitely something to take note on and what on. And then underneath, it's super clean. I mean, you can see there's absolutely no rust on this thing at all in any of the floorboards or wheel wells or anything like that. So I'd still rate this a real high one. I mean, we could be solid on the price on where we're at 850, but I don't mind knocking it down a little bit, just because I feel like a perfect tub would be like everything I said without any body damage or any kind of gouge or broken bolt hole. And then the other one, there's a good sized little ding here. This one should be fairly easy just to push right back in. You can get all the way to both sides of it there, but definitely want you to be aware of that. This is all covered up by your wheel well, and that's just where the paint's kind of rubbed off being there. And then on back, it's all good. And these things are on racks, so they're a little hard to see, but I'll crawl back here just so you see exactly what it is. And no surprises. 6'4", this is not easy to crawl around back here, but no big deal. So scratch there, but that just looks like it's through the paint. And then if I can weave my way around, and then a couple little dings back here. So anyway, that should take care of that. If you have any other questions or anything, just give me a shout. And if that tub doesn't make sense for you, as you can see, I have them all over. This one has a little bit of rot in it. This one here is a tan one, and it's in good shape, but you can see there's a little bit there. I'll film these individually. Another one there. A lot of this shit happens with the forklift, which really sucks, but it is what it is. So part of the reason I don't want to keep these sitting out here, because they tend to get a little bit more beat up. Then there's a white one here. You can see my row of tubs. These are all actually really solid tubs. And when I originally walked through these, I would say they're all grade A. But as you get a little bit closer to them, there's a couple little blemishes on each one of them, but still fairly rust free. That one's got a nice knock on the rear back there. The teal one here, this one looks pretty good on this side. And then it's got once again, there's the forklift where the old guys who used to own this place didn't take super care. Now here's a CJ. This is CJ5. That one wouldn't work for you. But I do have CJ5s in case you do see this ad. And then if you this is a TJ, so that's two new. Another TJ one here. TJ. TJ. There's a green Sahara here. I haven't really done much looking on this one. This one might be real solid. It looks good on this side. Good solid floorboards, rocks in them. Nothing to drill out on that. Firewall looks good. And then you got the 4-foot bump there, and then one back there. So I still think that red one's probably going to be the best shape. But I also have a couple other ones too. So just let me know. This one here looks pretty good. Actually, that one's pretty good on both sides. So anyway, we got a few to work with. Just give me a call and let me know what works for you, and then we'll go ahead and get payment on one and get one crated up for you and get it out, okay?